Welcome to the Daily HiFi Podcast. What is going on, Mr. Joe and Tell? How are you?
What's going on? What's going on? We're gonna do daily IT right now.
What's that?
Daily IT. That's what we're talking about. Just
Daily IT. Let's go.
Oh my goodness. So yeah, we'll just wait for some folks to jump in here. People are starting to roll on through. What's going on, Wendell? Make sure that they show the chat right here. Oh, hold on. Who is this? You have a different username. I know the picture though. Who's this?
Oh, I know.
You don't know.
I don't know. You don't know.
You do know? Okay.
I don't know.
Yeah. What's going on?
Yeah, I know this picture. I just don't know his name. Let's see.
So what were you talking about before we were rudely interrupted by this podcast?
By the podcast, you're saying something about you're thinking I need another access point.
Okay, so you have a mesh setup. This is why I said it's daily IT.
Daily IT.
You have a new mesh setup.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
From who?
Asus.
Okay.
Cool.
And before that, you had what? What was your setup?
It was just whatever wireless that Comcast gave.
They give you a modem, and then here's this Wi-Fi router that go. Okay. So your upgrade was that you got this Asus that plugs into the modem, and then another thing that you didn't have before.
Which is in that room back there.
All right.
An access point or like a part of the mesh, right, to extend the range of the Wi-Fi. And it's doing great back there as far as playing video games and competitive stuff.
Yeah. But it seemed to be like you're getting like a lot of throughput. Like the max speed was really high once it got going.
Yes.
Okay. Got it.
What's up, Victor Boyd? Came in. What up?
What's going on?
So then Joe is like, well, maybe I need another access point
in the middle, because I think what might be happening is it's a mesh network, so it's trying to communicate with the other one upstairs.
Yep.
And then your computer is trying to connect to whichever one has the strongest signal. But if the strongest signal is from something that's far away, it might have been better for you to just connect directly to the other one. You think about it, like you're connecting to one that's super far. That's what your computer's connected to, that one, and that one is connected really far to that one. Like it doesn't make sense. It's like a longer path versus.
Well, it's definitely a longer path, and I could be smack dab in the middle of those two things too.
That's what I think is happening.
So then it could be trying to jump on. I can see where it's.
It could be trying to go back and forth between the two. Like they have these like smart roaming and quick roaming features.
Right. Okay, so I am
on go back and forth between the two.
Chana's MBP3 and MBP. I don't know which one's my fucking MacBook Pro.
So my setup now, man, it's crazy. I kind of nerded out because I used to do IT, and I haven't done that in a long time. And so I just started, I'm like, let me dabble and see what's going on. I got a portable router I was telling you guys about, this GLINet Barrel AX, which I thought was super cool. I'm like, man, look at all the features. This thing does so much in this inexpensive little travel router. So I bought something else from them that's like a more hardcore, just a security gateway. It's like a router with no Wi-Fi. And instead I got access points. All right. So, and they're all wired. So think about it like, instead of a mesh network where all the wireless things are trying to talk to each other, trying to create like their own network wirelessly. The problem with that is like it's splitting the signal. So if it has to receive and send, it's splitting the bandwidth in half for the most part. Versus with my setup, I have each access point hardwired. All right, so the router, 2.5 gig to each access point, hardwire. So think about it like a hub and spoke, right? central router, and then you know, it goes out to
Right.
these
So you're
access.
wiring up each thing.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
each one is wired, and then that thing knows, like, they can kind of talk to each other through the wired connection to see what your phone should connect to. Like, oh,
Yeah.
you know what? This one's kind of low on signals. Jump onto this other one. It'll tell the phone, like, hey, I recommend you jump onto this other Wi-Fi signal. And so it's a seamless handoff. And yeah, that's what I've been doing a lot lately. And so maybe I think in your case, you probably just need another one in between.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um, and it got me thinking. Kind of got me thinking. I've ever since I've been messing with this uh, wireless stuff, router stuff, I started getting super nerdy. And I was wondering how many of the people out there that are into home theater are also into like computers and networking type of stuff, like just wiring things up, messing with stuff, tinkering. That's what I wonder. Um, how many? Let me ask for the folks that are out there. How many of you guys are running Home Assistant? You know what that is, Shana?
Mm-mm.
How many are running Home Assistant? Because that will tell me, give me a good idea of how nerdy you guys actually are. So I've been messing with that a little bit. So what do you use for like your light control? Do you use the Amazon one that we're not supposed to say so that we don't activate it? Google one, using Apple? Which one are you
I actually
using?
don't I don't actually have one yet to
Oh,
use.
you don't have anything to.
I bought a thing, but I haven't set it up yet.
Oh, okay. What is
Yeah.
the thing?
It's the Amazon one. It's like the
It's
cheapest
Amazon.
Amazon one I could find.
Oh, you're gonna go the Amazon route, huh?
Yeah.
It's like picking sides now. You have to pick sides. Everything's polarized.
I
Oh,
know. I
you're
went
Amazon,
with
huh?
Apple
Hmm.
phone, Amazon. Hey, same letters.
I'm judging now.
You're judging. Well,
Judging.
I did some research and somebody was saying that like yeah, you can with the Google one, it's you got the Gemini and the AI to ask like all kinds of questions and all that shit. But when it comes to the actual just home automation stuff, the Amazon one has that a little bit better. So that's what I read. So I'm like, okay, whatever. Let's try that one.
Yeah.
Since you know, um, I
Yeah.
have.
I'm not disagreeing. I don't know. I haven't tried that particular one.
Mhm.
Um, I use the Google one just because I use Android stuff. So I have Google Homes and stuff like that.
Yeah,
And
I know.
so yeah, it's okay. But
Mhm.
this Home Assistant is basically something that you run on your own local computer, kind of like how people run their own Plex server.
Okay.
Imagine running your own Home Assistant that integrates with all those other ones if you want to. So you could have something that's an Amazon one, a Google one, and you can kind of make them all talk to each other.
Right. So like this says open source home automation that
Super
puts
nerdy, yeah.
control and privacy first.
I've been messing with it, and at some point, it's kind of interesting to see what all you can do. Like I have some smart plugs that
Mhm.
are inexpensive smart plugs that you'd buy on Amazon. And the problem with those is they need the internet. They need to be connected to the cloud, which is kind of weird. Like,
Mhm.
first of all, I bought these cheap Amazon plugs, or not Amazon. I forgot what brand it was, but some cheap plugs that are, Tuya or Smart Home is usually the app that you get with them.
Mhm.
I'm like, where's this? Like, who needs to know that my lights are turning on and off? Like,
Mhm.
why does it need to be connected to the cloud? I just want to turn on lights. You think about, why does it need to be connected to the cloud?
Right,
Um,
because all of those are connected to the cloud.
I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but I don't
You
I
enjoy
don't
a good
see the
conspiracy.
need. I don't see the need. Like, I just want it connected to my network. I just need it to be connected here at home, but I don't need it to be connected somewhere else.
Mhm.
So this allows you to do stuff where you can disconnect those from the cloud, and just control it over your home network, which has practical use. When the power went out that other day, last week or whatever, uh, none of those commands worked because they'd have to reach out, ask the cloud, oh no, I can't get that info.
But I
So
mean, if
actually,
the
what
power's
happened
out,
is
the power's out
power went out.
regardless,
Sorry,
right?
power went out, and then the internet went out. Power went back on, but the internet was still down. That's what
Ah,
happened.
got it. Okay, that makes
So
sense.
none of the commands would
Work.
work. Versus if you have this home assistant style thing or something that doesn't require it to be online, then you can give a command and it should still work, or you should still be able to do multiple things without being connected to the internet.
Mhm.
But it's at a certain point, I was messing with this stuff and I looked, I'm like, what am I doing? This is so nerdy and so complicated. Where something like Amazon or the Google one is so much easier. No, there's nothing to figure out. Anybody could figure it out. Even though, so why am I over here messing with this home assistant thing? And if something were to break, nobody else would be able to fix it.
There's no, you cannot
Nobody,
call tech support. There's
you
no
get it.
tech support. I mean, you
Yeah,
can call me and I can talk in an accent, but I won't be able to help you fix it.
right.
Maybe you need to just power cycle the device.
So it got me thinking about it got me thinking about what kind how does that relate to the stuff that we're into?
Uh huh.
Like for most people, a sound bar is like their equivalent of the Google or Amazon one. It's fine.
Hmm.
It works. It just it does what it needs to do, and they're totally happy with it, and they have no reason to want a big crazy home theater setup where we're arguing about where to place the speaker. Where should it be?
They're
Should
just
it be
like,
on the wall?
gotta
Should it
be
be on the
there.
ceiling?
Speaker's got to be right there.
Oh,
No other space for it.
you know, it's so I'm wondering how those two relate. How many of the people that are really into home theater, they'll do all kinds of measurements for Dirac, are also the same guys who are going to try to do this home assistant thing, program the remotes.
Hey, look, just call the best IT guy on the internet. I would assume
Okay,
if he's talking about cloud
call
IT
Cloud IT Consulting London Limited.
call him. They'll
Better
help
have
you
a
out.
cool accent. If I call it, better sound like Andrew Jones on the other end.
No, it better sound like fucking what's his name? Um, the narrator guy from
From
David Attenborough.
better sound cool if I call it.
Notice the Wi-Fi. The Wi-Fi signal is strong. Wait,
If I called an Indian accent, I could have just called and have Chana do the Indian accent for me. I could do the Filipino one. Give me that. What's up, Marv?
put down the microphone, Joe. This isn't karaoke.
Man, yeah. You know what?
So you've been geeking out about this stuff. So what is the conclusion about the home assistant? Is it too nerdy? Is it just nerdy enough?
It's pretty out there, bro. It's pretty out there. Like the moment, no, I can't recommend that to most people.
Yeah. He's Punjabi. He can do the accent, of course. Of course. I love it. We got diversity up in here.
Let's see. YouTube doing some weird things again. I just had an ad pop up in the bottom half of the live cast screen above the chat. Okay. You know what? On StreamYard, they have a new option to like turn on the ads. And I was just in a rush to I was just like next, whatever. So maybe it did something like that. Normally what I do is I make sure that there's no ads during the live stream and then ads later on. So maybe it's not YouTube, maybe it's me.
Maybe it's me.
What else? What's new with you? What else?
There's an installation happening tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah. The the blinds, the rollers. Yeah,
Okay.
that's
And those are
exciting
going to
because
be
like
connected.
when I'm watching TV in there at night, and I'm like, well, so first of all, that window is facing west, so afternoon sun is rough, right? So I'm like, okay, I'll wait till it goes. I'll watch this movie once it's nighttime. It's like 8 or 9 p.m. So I'm sitting there watching the TV. And I'm like, what are these two lights shining? There's like a big row of windows here. So there's lights on outside. They all come all the way through. They come through these windows. They come through that thing. And then I got reflection of lights on the screen. Son of a bitch.
Mm-hmm.
So tomorrow they're installing the roller. So we cut it off right there. Boom. Big old shade right here in the doorway so that no more light. So we can control
Wait. The shade goes where?
the shade's going in front of the doorway. On the other side. On the other side. Not these cabinets.
A shade comes down. So how do you get in?
You put it, you press the button and put it up, or you say, hey.
So it's like a makeshift door?
Kind of. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And then one other, they're like the big bay window in there is gonna get a roller. Because the blinds actually do a good job of blocking out the light here. It's just like in the afternoon when the sun's like right on it. It's a little much, but saved a little money that way by not having to do a third window.
It's just weird though. So you're gonna have a shade that comes down a block that acts like a door, and then if you want to come in, be like, hold on a second. What if I'm on the outside? What if somebody's on the outside and they want to come in?
I've already thought I'm putting a switch right here.
So they can roll it up from there.
Correct.
Okay. And how long does this take?
I don't know, like 10 seconds. Ding.
Okay. It'd be like, so your mom will be like, hey, Chana.
Yeah.
Dinner's ready.
Yeah, exactly.
So, okay. And why not just put the blinds on the actual window where the source
This is huge. This is like a fucking 9-foot window. And she doesn't want it on that. So it used to be a wall, but it's now a nano door. So like the whole thing opens up. So there's no wall anymore. It's just it's a whole indoor.
Yeah, that's cool because that acts like you can be like outside, but you're inside type of deal.
Exactly. Like if I open it, I can hear the like water running from the pond and all that shit. Yeah.
Wouldn't the blind still work if you wanted it to?
Over here, yeah. But at the end of the day, like it's just if we just conceal that room, that would be good.
Okay.
Also, I don't know if they do one like that long. They might have to break it up into like 2 situations because this is a big ass door, or I mean, it's a wall.
Yeah.
Technically 5 doors, 5-door width. So I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see what happens. It was a cool these guys were super cool. It's a family owned place, LA Custom Blinds or something like that. Okay. They make everything in downtown LA. So
okay.
That's happening. What else happening? Bunch of one of these companies wanted to send me something, so they sent me something to the wrong address. Guess where they sent it to?
To Mammoth.
Oh my god, dude! I'm like, how did you? I'm like, and they've sent something here. The last thing they sent it here. But apparently this other thing, like I looked at the tracking, I'm like, why does it say Mammoth Lakes? And I'm like, son of a bitch. I'm like, hey, by the way, it's not the wrong address. So hopefully they redirected it. Because I won't be there until like late March.
Here's a message for you. Want.
Oh.
He says, Chana, want a good 5-inch coaxial speaker to replace the monoprice ones that you have on the arm free of charge. Which ones do you speak of here?
Yeah, what are we talking about?
Yeah.
I mean, I saw them over at L Acoustics. Those things are pretty expensive.
Yeah. Um. Hmm. Yeah. What else you got to review? What else you got coming in?
This is the TCL QM9K. So that's up and running.
How is it compared to the previous one that you had up?
Then the Sony.
I mean, isn't that the point? You change out monitors or TVs, and then you can kind of say, okay, well, this is good, bad.
I'm 4K HDR content is great. I haven't really looked at anything as far as like upscaling wise. Not that I really watch any of that kind of stuff. But it's hard to like tell because there's so much light in the room. And so like even just, filming for the video that I was making, the unboxing video, is kind of hard because everything's just so bright. You can't really see a whole lot. And then when it's dark, like I don't know how to turn some of these lights off, and neither does my mom. And I'm like, good Lord, why is this light just on 24/7 at night? Mom, come on. This is just messing up my shit. So operating system is better than what they had before. They had the Roku. It's a little bit fancier, it's a little bit nicer. Speakers aren't that bad, but I've moved up to some powered speakers. And the like HDMI ARC handshake was a little iffy, but now it's like solid. It really messed me up because like all the HDMI ports are on the other side of the TV.
Mm.
That's always a fucking mess, dude. When you're reviewing stuff and like imagine an AV receiver where like all the like sometimes these people are stupid. They put like the center channel and the left and right in the middle of the receiver instead of on one side. And if you swap out a receiver, then it could be on the other side. And then so like you have to like redo all these fucking cables. It's just annoying.
Yeah. It's got to have long enough cables to accommodate either side, huh?
Yeah, exactly. So like that kind of messed me up a little bit. And then I have to relearn where all the clarity and motion controls are, when they change like operating systems like this. But so far so good. So far so good. It's been wowing everybody that sees it. My mom's just like, wow, look at the colors on this thing. I was like, oh yeah, this thing's pretty nice. It is like the flagship. I think this size of the 75-inch was like $2,500. It was like last year's flagship. I think it was retailed for $3,500. So it's a pretty pricey TV.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I was just wondering if when those guys come in to set up the blinds, can't they just put up that projector? Like while you're up there, can you just throw up this? It's the same thing. It's the thing that comes down.
The projector screen.
Just
Dude, there's still a decision to be made about where the center of the room is and where the center of the screen should be because of all the like weird shapes. It seems like it's like a normal rectangle, but it has like these little things that kind of come out of the woodwork, like that little shelf that's like a foot in, where's the couch is going to be, all this kind of shit that needs to be like thought about before installing in there, so I'll probably be going over all that stuff in my video. Once I get closer to it. I got a new video coming out maybe tomorrow or Thursday about the next step and all those little gadgets that I got. Oh shit, did you just go green?
Nope.
You just flickered green.
Did I?
Yeah.
Well, that's weird because I'm on a wired connection.
I know. What's going on, Joe? I thought you had an insane wired connection. All right, he's saying that it's better than the LX. All right, more than half the price. What do you got?
What is it? Is this like a mystery?
On paper,
keep it all like
it outperforms the L Acoustic. Okay.
Say the name. What is it? Yeah. For where's the center of the room? What do you mean by that? Like, I would probably choose the whatever the acoustic center is. If that
like
makes
the
sense.
width of the what are like the width, right? Because that roll down screen I got from you is fucking huge, dude. It's fucking huge. So I'm just like,
will it will it fit? It'll fit
I mean, it fits. It's
without
we
cutting
just
that
found a
without
setup
cutting that
on.
top piece, that the top shelf.
I'd have to cut part of it. Yeah, that'd have to
It
be
has
cut.
to be cut.
Yeah,
Really?
yeah,
I would
yeah.
say that.
Otherwise it won't fit at all.
Uh, okay, there we go. He says the speaker brand is called Clarity Dynamics. He'll email you the spec sheet. The reason I said the acoustic center, so it's kind of tricky because where's the center of something that's not a perfect shape, and especially because it's open. So where's the acoustic center of that room? Does sound even know that you have an open? It has an opening back there. Does it? It doesn't care.
Well,
It
that's
thinks
why I'm
that
trying to
the
close the
entire
opening back
room is
there.
your room.
I'm trying to close the opening. You know what I'm saying? Know what I mean?
So if you have a screen there, is that going to change things? Maybe a little bit. Bass doesn't care about that little screen.
Mm-mm. Basically gonna go right.
So yeah, for all for your subs, they might think that that entire room, everything, that's the room, and you're just in the front part of it.
Yeah.
You're in the front part of this giant room.
Mm-hmm.
But maybe the other speakers are going to be a little bit more. They're going to act more like you'd expect them to act.
Yeah. Yeah. So their speakers are on the way. Speakers are on the way too.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of stuff happening. A lot of stuff happening.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Keep it simple. Just make it visually centered.
Yeah.
Forget, that's gonna probably bug you the most out of all the things if you're to think
Dude,
about it. Oh, this is perfect acoustically, but people are like, dude, TV's off center.
Dude, the stupid window's off center. That's the thing that pisses me off. That window is off center. I addressed that in my video. It's 30 inches from this side of the window to the wall, and then 40 inches from this side of the window to that wall. So it's off by 5 goddamn inches. They just fucking moved it over. Everything would line up perfectly. Like you can see, like the TV's off.
Yeah.
See, the TV's in the center of the room. The center of the TV's in the center of the room.
Yeah.
But thing's off, and it pissed me off.
Once you put the projector, though, there's no window.
Yeah, exactly.
What window?
Yeah, there's no window.
At least get the projector centered. Maybe that'll make you feel better.
Yeah.
If your projector's centered, then you're good to go.
Yeah.
I like the main axis.
I don't remember that. I know the show Get Smart, but I don't remember the main axis.
Yeah. Well, this is what we talk about when we say we always have to deal with imperfect rooms in most situations.
Yeah.
Unless you have a dedicated theater that you're building from the ground up. And even then, you're going to find there's this one limitation.
We got fucking pipes walking through here.
Yeah.
There's
a space limitation. Otherwise, I think ideally I would want a theater like what's his name had? Like Wilfried had.
Oh my gosh.
What was it? What do you call it? Or what do you call that theater? That was
an actual theater. Galaxy Studios.
Yeah, what was it? What do you call it though? Forgot what he called it. But that thing had how many seats do you think? 50? 100?
Yeah. I don't know about 100.
50?
50 is probably a good.
Okay, so 50 seats, that's a no compromise theater. If you really think about it, if you're dealing with something that's a typical size for a house, that place was huge.
Yeah,
ceiling was like a legit theater that you'd go to. It's like the one you go to in Pasadena.
Yeah,
that might even be smaller than that theater you had.
Mm-hmm.
So, anyway, point being, there's always compromise. Deal with it. We have to try to figure out ways to work around these things.
And that's why I'm doing this whole series, because it makes sense. People think it's difficult to figure things out, but you just gotta talk through it. Just be like, okay, well, I was going to do this, then I thought about this. Somebody else said that.
Mm.
Like I wouldn't have gotten these uh, window window blind things if it wasn't for Ron saying that in my previous video. You got to control the light in that room. I was like, oh yeah, I do. Well, I'm
Mm-hmm.
gonna make things a lot better. I mean, I was gaming on here during the weekend, and it was awesome. I did put a chair in the middle though. I wasn't using the couches. You see the chair in the middle? It's one of these dining chairs just in the middle there, so I could actually
Uh,
sit in front, face it, and then what do you call it?
I just had a funny thought because you're putting the motorized block, motorized shade in the doorway. I'm like, might as well just put the projector screen right there. Same thing. Just face it the other way, like, hello.
People come knocking in. They're like, you're messing up my movie, man.
Oh, blinded by the lasers.
Ah.
What else? What else is new? I saw Caleb's video on that crazy TV.
Oh yeah.
That looks pretty nuts.
Mm-hmm.
You've seen it in person.
Yeah.
So
He had some reservations about it though.
well, I saw. But my question is always: does the increased brightness, the brightness that you get, does that overcome like the less perfect black level? Because I know they're getting really good now. It's getting like, oh, black levels are good, but like OLEDs are perfect.
Mm-hmm.
So at what point does like the brightness, is it worth it for you? And let's say in this particular room where it has some light coming in.
Yeah, I mean, if it's like not like completely like it's like let's say like the perfect black is here, right?
Mm.
And if you're like blasting them with brightness, they might think black is here, right? Just like their perceived black is up here, or it's not really down there. So your eyes are kind of seeing like, hey, that's pretty black. And
Mm.
it's not exactly black, but because you've been blinded by all of the brightness, it looks dark enough
Mhm.
to pass as black. So, I mean, it all depends. And I think that's what, Samsung was doing for years, was just being like, oh yeah, we got 10,000 nits.
Oh.
I mean, yeah, 10,000 nits of peak brightness, and that's like in a 10% window. That's not like the full screen, you know. And in any kind of content, it's only going to be like specular highlights. It's not going to be something like huge, like a big old explosion that's taking up like 50% of the screen. It's
Yeah.
not going to be like 10,000 nits.
So do you have any idea? I feel like you care more still about the black levels.
Yeah.
You're still more of a black levels guy
Yes.
versus like peak brightness.
Yeah.
Do you know why that is? You have any idea
You
why?
don't need any more than like fucking 12, maybe 1200. We don't.
Did you ever think about it though? Like, why is that a thing for you though?
Why is it a thing for me?
Yeah,
I think
why?
it's because it's easier to do brightness. So like if you want to like test the TV, see how well it can do black or next to black, right? Because like sometimes the LG crushes the black, meaning it thinks it's black, but it's actually supposed to be like one grade above black,
Mhm.
right? Um, See, Larry's on it. I used to always be about viewing angle too. That's why I always chose OLED, because up in Mammoth, it was a great room. So I'm sitting like way off to the side at the dining table watching TV.
Mhm.
Then I'm like over here, then I'm over here, whereas like this place is like fine. We don't give a shit about viewing angle, right? Because there's only one place to sit. So when you talk about black levels, I like to watch the movies. I like to watch TV in the dark.
Mm.
So
Did you ever put thought into like what it is specifically about it? Why that is the most important thing to you? Aside from, oh, this thing's floating in space.
yeah,
Oh, it'll see the black bars. Like I know I've heard you say those things, but
yeah.
what is it about it? Is there anything
I don't
beyond
know, dude.
it?
It's just cool. It's just cool. It's just the fucking picture is just there floating. I don't know.
It's just cool.
It's just cool. It just looks fucking cool. Like I'm like, whoa.
Gray black levels is garbage. That's all. That's it. That's all you have to say about that.
Yeah.
Gray garbage. No, okay. So the reason I asked that question is I finally mounted the Valerian Max before
Mm,
I had the Pro 2 up, and I had the Valerian Max just on a thing on the box, and I could compare it that way. So I finally mounted it. And then I was messing with the iris levels. So the
mm,
iris controls the black level, and you could really see how it would darken the image. So you're making a sacrifice, max brightness versus how dark it can get. And I was playing this one demo from on YouTube. That's a good demo for dark scenes.
mhm,
Um, and there's this one scene where it's really, really dark, and you can only see a little bit of the screen, and like these guys have like I don't know, they have I don't know what do you call it, like torches or something like that behind some trees, and it's really dark.
mm,
And when it's not perfectly black or not dark enough, it doesn't give you the same feeling versus when it's like really like all you see is that thing. It kind of makes you feel a little more scared. I have to
mm,
show you the video.
okay.
It'll help you understand what I'm talking about because it doesn't make sense when I'm saying it right now.
I think
You
I know
keep
what
talking
you're talking
while I
about.
find this.
It's almost like an immersion thing that like the better the black levels, the better immersed you are in those dark scenes.
Yes, yes. It's almost like in this one scene, it feels like a little scarier.
Mm.
You feel a little bit like like you know,
It's really dark in here. What's gonna happen?
like I feel like I gotta just show you.
You're like,
No,
ah,
no,
who grabbed my ass?
what?
Do
There
it
we go.
again.
Here we go. Here we go. It is. Here we go. Boom. Let me mute this, and then let me share it with you guys if you want to watch. I like to share this. It's all huge right now. Share. Okay. Boom. I'm gonna share it here for you guys to check out. Come on. Boom. You know what I hate about switching from Mac to PC? The paste is that command
Mm-hmm.
B, and on the PC it's the other ones control. I'm like
Mm-hmm.
using the wrong ones all the time.
Can,
Okay.
how can I click that thing? Oh, I gotta go to here. There. Okay. Okay.
Did it not work? Oh, it worked.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
so let me show you what the scene that I'm talking about. Okay, this is the scene.
I mean, it's like a minute and 24.
Okay,
Seconds.
let me take that off. Okay,
Oh, this one in the trees. Yeah, I get it. I see it. It's like 8 seconds
so
in.
we're doing this, and then all of a sudden it goes to this.
Yeah.
See, I'll just pause it there. And if this is all gray, it totally takes away from the feeling of what it's supposed to feel like. It's supposed to feel like they're searching around, and all they have is these lights. And when that's all you see, then it feels like you feel like you're looking around your room with that same lighting that they're using.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense? Like I feel like
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
holding one of these and I'm looking around trying to find
yeah.
whatever
I
they're
got a
finding.
torch.
Yeah. So
I'm ready to
this
go.
this is a very good scene to use to test.
Well, this thing
Um
is this is also in HDR, whatever this video is.
yeah.
4K clips and titles, huh? Okay.
So it was so kind of like a moment where realized like, oh, it doesn't feel the same if it's not perfect black. And that projector isn't perfect black level, but the OLED in there is. So I have an
Mm,
OLED next to it. And it
yeah.
just gives you a different feeling, like immersion. It is an immersion thing, like you're saying. Whereas a big screen, that's an immersion thing. But also not being able to see the border is almost like we have an infinite size screen almost.
Right, right, right. It's just a yeah, it's like an immersion thing.
Yeah, at this point, like when that's all you see there, it's almost like I don't know how big the screen should be.
Sure, and if it's especially if it's like there are black bars, it doesn't look like a normal 16 by 9, so now you're like wondering like, oh,
Mhm,
how big is this, right?
mhm,
'Cause then it's different. I wonder what it would be like to have a scope screen. That would be kind of cool,
mhm.
sort of.
I
Because
think
it wasn't it larger? I mean, it's longer, so wouldn't it like a 100-inch scope screen is bigger than like a 98-inch TV, right? Or a 75-inch TV? Or I don't know.
I think at the end of the day, we went to the ultimate viewing experience when we went to that one. What was that called? That place, that dome looking. What
Oh,
was
the
that called?
Cosm.
The Cosm. That was the ultimate because then it took your entire peripheral vision.
Yeah.
And I think we see more. Do we see more horizontally?
I think so.
Yeah. But that height, that sense of height was, you could look up. That's the ultimate. Ultimate is like when the screen is so huge that it takes up your entire peripheral vision.
They're still showing the Matrix there.
Yeah. I don't think we're gonna get to that level. I don't get that feeling when I'm at home. Even with 100 and what is this? 150 I have?
Damn.
It's pretty huge.
That's pretty bad. That's pretty bad.
But it's not the same.
Yeah, man. I mean, it was funny. Like some people were at the studio or office, what do you want to call it? And they're like, it sounds so cool. I was playing some Atmos mixes for them, and they're like, "This is really, really, really cool." Like, I wonder what it's like to watch a movie in here. I'm like, "Oh, I've done movie nights in here plenty of times. I got popcorn. I got a bottle of wine." I'm like, "There's an iPic theater right here. This blows the shit out of the iPic theater." You know, granted, the screen is only 77-inch, but it is a QD OLED, so it makes up for it. And the sound is just insane in there, man. Oh my gosh.
What happened?
Oh my
You got a
gosh.
headache or what?
Huh?
Got a headache?
Yeah, it's been a long day, man. It's been a long, dude, yesterday, I don't know what, yesterday I was just tired, bro. Just tired. I've been trying to take it easy in February and not rush. There's like 2 trade shows in January. I still have content to put out from there. So it's like, oh, there's just a lot.
Yeah.
Trying to take it easy. I found dude, oh my god, fucking yesterday. I was trying to find a new place to eat, and I was like, La Cunada is boring. So this place called Montrose, adjacent city, right? And this thing called the Montrose Shopping Park, and so it's just 3 blocks of just shops and eateries and shit like that. So I went over there and looking for my thing is breakfast. Can I get breakfast at noon? Right, because that's what I want. As I probably won't eat breakfast at 9 or 10 o'clock, but 12, 1 o'clock. Yeah, I want a breakfast burrito or something like that. So anyway, I found one place. It had a lot of people in it. They do breakfast all day, so they have a breakfast pastrami sandwich. I'm like,
Okay.
"Ooh, that sounds kind of nice." Okay. They had a couple other things, and I'm just walking around checking up stuff, and then I'm walking, and then I see this sign that says we have breakfast burritos. So I was like, oh, and it's just a little bit off the main strip. It's on it, but it's you gotta walk down, and I go in there, and I was just like, hey, I saw the sign about breakfast burritos, and the girl's like, I'm like, oh, you don't have. He's like, no, we're all out for today.
Boo.
Yeah, it was 1:30. I'm like, wait, what time do you guys open? She's like, noon. I'm like, noon? Okay. I end up having they had a ghetto dogs, right? They had a Dodger dog with mayo.
Ghetto dog. Dodger
Yeah,
dog.
a bacon wrapped hot dog, a bacon wrapped hot dog.
Danger dog. Oh, that did turn green for a second right there.
Yeah, that's the second time it's done that. Come on, Mr. IT guy.
Okay.
Come on, put nangana. Get it going. So anyway, I was just talking, and then I got a call from Aaron, who's supposed to be on the show. Now, he said he wasn't going to be here, but I was talking to Aaron, and then I decided to cross the street and walk on the sunnier side of the street, which I'm like, it's kind of hot. I'm like, screw it. Let me see what's going on over there. And all of a sudden, I'm going, and I hear music, and I'm like, start walking, and then I get to this gate, and there's this courtyard, and there's a saxophonist and a live drummer and keyboards and bass, and they're having a little party. I'm just over there dancing, and they're like, do you want to come in? So they were shooting a music video. So guess who's in the new background dancer in the music video? This
Oh,
fucking guy.
what video was it? For who?
Some girl. Yeah, Scruff. That's it. Honolulu Avenue. Yeah. Dude, that bike shop. I went to that bike shop. I used to buy stuff from there all the time back in the day. And what do you call it? It was hilarious, man. I just started dancing, and they were just like, "Do you want to cook? Would you mind being on camera?" I'm like, "Not at all." And then, so they had some girls in the background. They're just like, this was kind of like a jazzy, not like the crazy shit I'm usually dancing to, but it was pretty hilarious. Like just randomly walking, and next thing you know, I'm in the music video. Twerking? No, Slim. That's for you.
How long did it take to do the whole thing? How long were you there for?
I was just there for like one song, so it was like like 10, 15 minutes. So
Oh,
they had to like reset. And then they were gonna move on to a slower song. They're like, well, let's just redo that one since he's here. It's a more upbeat song, so like dancing's better for for that song. So then, yeah, it was pretty hilarious. I'm like, how the fuck did this happen? What's going on?
I was invited when I was way young. I got invited to this thing where LL Cool J and freaking J Lo were recording like a little music video part. And they're like, wait, we need people in the crowd. And it was so corny, honestly.
Yeah.
She had like wind blowing, like they put on fans, so whenever she's walking, she's all like yeah, whatever.
Yeah, so the toy store is still there, Scruff. I remember that. Yeah. And they used to do this thing, like, we lived in an area where they didn't, Halloween wasn't a big thing. You know how like you take your girls to a different area to go trick-or-treating and stuff? Yeah, you can go to this like the shopping park over there in Montrose, and then like all the stores are like all open for certain. I remember I was there with my like, homemade Freddy Krueger outfit. The mask was like $30. My mom's like, I can make that.
Oh no. Oh no, I can make that. That's always a bad sign. I can make it. That's how I feel about doing this home assistant stuff. Like,
I can make
why
this.
do I need to pay for this?
I can make this.
And then when I look at it, I'm like, oh, no wonder I pay for this, because this is straight. It's not garbage. It's just too
like my one's straight garbage.
You know what it reminded me of, though? It reminded me of why I charge. Okay, why I charge for magic beans, and because it works. It's easy to use. Somebody who uses it can feel like, you know what, I'm doing the right thing. I'm not making mistakes. Whereas this other thing, like, I don't know if I'm screwing something up. Have to look through all documentation.
How amazing is that? I mean, dude, right? These days, I'm just like straight up asking ChatGPT. I'm like, hey, look up the manual for this, like, turntable. I need to set it up. It's not working right. Why am I not hearing any sound? And then they'll just be like, try this. Like the second one worked. I'm like, oh shit. I mean, it's getting easier, but still,
yeah. Sometimes you just pay for simplicity. Like, it's hard to make something easy to use. It's difficult. Like all the complexity of anything. I mean, somebody had to do it, but somebody also had the foresight of making it so that you wouldn't have to see it. Right. So it'd be easy for you. That takes another level of thought. To make it easy for somebody else sometimes that's the hardest part. Like, sometimes you just want to expose all of the details. All right, here you go. Here are all the switches. Don't blame me if something happens. You're the one in control. Versus like figuring out the right balance of like, here's some control. Here's the stuff you don't need to see. That's a lot of like the thought that you had to go through to put that room together. What are the micro decisions that you have to make?
Yeah, a whole bunch.
So that'll be interesting when you come up with your next video in your series. You know what it is yet?
I have all of them planned, dude. I got like 12.
They're all planned.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
really?
mean, a rough idea of like I don't know where I don't know where it's gonna end up. I can kind of see where it's gonna end up, but there's all these little things, you know. Like there's gonna be one on sources, you know. Because honestly, like I hate using the fucking TV apps, the apps in the TV, you know.
Yeah.
So
Well, I think the assumption though is that you're gonna go through every step, and each step is gonna be perfect. How about the mistakes? Like, oh, that was a stupid idea.
well, some of
I
the
don't know
things
why I put a
the
freaking blinds down in here in the middle of the thing as a door.
the
Weird.
idea of the step by step is that you can stop at any point, right? You don't need to go to this next one. That's the
Yeah.
whole idea because like, you know, I get it. Like people have like budgets and shit like that. Like, you know, not that I have an unlimited budget, but like I would prioritize getting something in this room as opposed to I don't know, going on vacation.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, because like I've lived with this upgrade that the video's about now, I've lived with that for like weeks already, you know. So it's just like, okay, now let's like put it up a notch, you know, and how do I do that? You know, we're gonna talk about like integrating a subwoofer, then we're gonna talk about going into an actual speaker and amps, just it's just like it's essentially what I did that one video upstairs, you
Mm,
know, like an upgrade path or upgrade plan.
okay.
Yeah.
I'd like to see the mistakes though.
You like to see the mistakes?
Sometimes I think it's realistic
Yeah.
to say, okay, he went through this whole process and didn't make any mistake the whole time.
I'm techno dad, bitch.
It's almost like, yeah.
I mean, like at this point, so there used to be a home theater in that room. There used to be a home theater in my room downstairs. There's a home theater upstairs. There's a home theater in the office. There was like two home theaters in the other house. Like I've done this many times. So it's just a matter of like, okay, there's gonna be things I forget. You know, the room treatment stuff's gonna be like the hardest.
Well, I'm curious what you're gonna do about the bass. That bass is not gonna stay in that room. How are you gonna play like at a significant, like a decent volume without like, holy crap, Shauna, you're shaking the house? He's not gonna stay in that room.
uh you
That's
know,
that's the one thing I'm wondering about.
yeah.
How are you gonna contain that bass?
I
And
don't
how
know,
many
but
subs are you gonna put in that room? You know?
uh, I mean, I
That's
might have to put like two big ones. You know, I mean, I have two 15-inch subs right now. So, oh, you want green again?
yeah, I think it's, you know what I think it is? I think I have too much draw coming from this. So my capture card is kind of like going in and out.
Oh,
Yeah. I
yeah.
have everything, like I have all kinds of stuff. Roadcaster, this keyboard, the wireless mouse, this all this stuff.
Mhm.
Capture card, and it's all going through this one um Thunderbolt cable, you know,
Yeah, yeah.
through that dock.
Mhm.
So I don't know. Maybe that's what it is. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah. Yeah, I'm kind of curious to see how it goes. We have some starred comments.
All he needs is a bathroom home theater. Well, there's a bathroom right around the corner in that one. So, yeah, let's go to the star comments.
I'm actually wondering if more subs would be better than fewer subs in that room. Like if you had a closer one, would you not have to get as crazy with it so it doesn't have to be as loud?
Mhm. Mhm. And then you also have to. So that was originally that was the garage. So it's not really attached to the house like found like really crazy, right? It's like at the
Mhm.
one end of the house. So chances are, like it was cement underneath that whatever the tiles there now. So like the ground is different. It's not this wood shit. So it might not even like
No, I'm just
might not.
wondering
It
if,
definitely won't shake the house. It'll be loud. You know what I
no,
mean?
I'm just thinking that I'm looking at it right there. It might act as like, now you're bandpass enclosure for the rest
That's
of
the
the
port.
house.
That's the port.
That's the port going to the rest of the house. You got like a fourth order bandpass going on there. You're just amplifying it right into
Right into the dining table, yeah.
right into the worst place, wherever the worst place where you don't want it to be loud. It's just all. Remember that hallway in that room that we got?
Oh yeah.
That hallway was so ridiculous. All the bass just went through that one hallway.
Yeah. Hey, at least we put a sign up there.
Yeah. What are the questions?
All right, this one is about this AI artist, Sienna Rose, AI singer Sienna Rose. Have you heard about this?
No, that looks like an AI picture though.
What are you talking about?
I don't know.
Oh, yeah, maybe. Sienna Rose is a suspected AI-generated neo-soul singer who gained millions of monthly Spotify listeners and reached the viral top 50 in early 2026 with songs like "Where Your Warmth Begins" and stuff like that. And then there's do you know that guy Rick Beato?
Yeah.
So he made a video about it. And the thumbnail is I'm sick of AI shit. Right here, I'll show you. Let's see. Obviously, right here, this one. 5 days ago, 786,000 views. 5 days. Good lord. Oh, 5 million subscribers. Okay, that makes sense. So he was going on about how this girl doesn't have like the numbers don't add up. Like if you go to the Instagram, it's only got like a couple of thousand Instagram followers.
Yeah.
Right. And he's comparing it to and the song like sounds great. The song sounds great. So if you go to Spotify and look at the Sienna Rose person, the song's great. The song sounds great. And then he's just kind of comparing them, and it's just like he said something that's funny to me. He said that people I know don't listen to AI music. If they find out it's AI music, they won't listen to it. They don't want to waste their time. And it got me thinking, do they not want to listen to it because deep down they're afraid to know like how good it is and how like out of a job they are because they're in the music industry and what is an AI singer? It was trained on a bajillion other singers, and so it's like a conglomeration of all these different singers into one new singer, which has a little bit of this person and that person in there. But at the end of the day, like the AI music is they're just spitting out. They're just spitting out albums left and right and making a shit ton of money because at the end of the day, the people don't give a shit. The people
well, okay, so you're biased because you make AI music.
But I'm also
with AI.
I also create my own music.
Okay,
so I have a foot in both. Like okay, like I can see it from both perspectives. Yes, there's like artistry, and yes, there's like, oh well, this is human. Perfect example. In the EDM or electronic music thing, there's a huge thing about like using a hardware synthesizer, like I have that Moog, the Model D, right? And using a software version of it. And like there was this huge thing back in the 15 years ago where like, oh well, you don't have the like analog warmth in these like software programs. And like, do you know how many people gave half a shit that actually listened to the music over and over again? None of them don't fucking care how the music is made as long as the shit's good and it resonates with them. That's what the like vast majority of people care about. And then like people like Rick Beato and like people in the music industry, like the music industry is like a weird circle jerk, dude. It's like, going to these things and hanging out with these people is just like the whole same thing with the whole Atmos thing, right? The whole Atmos music. Let's stay true to the fucking stereo. Why? Why the fuck are you gonna make an Atmos mix if you're trying to stay true to the stereo? Just fucking don't make an Atmos mix, right? It's like it's this weird thing that they want to impress a very small portion of people, which are all the other people in the music industry. Whereas the vast majority of people that actually stream the shit hundreds of millions of times, they don't give a flying fuck who made it, how it was made, if it was AI, if it wasn't AI, if they used a hardware synthesizer, if everything was made in the computer. They don't fucking give a shit. And like people like Rick Beato, like, don't disrespect to him at all, but like you gotta like understand, like he's like, me and my friends don't listen to AI music. Yeah, because you're probably threatened by it and you don't want to hear how good it actually is. So that's what like Sienna Rose. I've only heard like a couple songs from her, but my thoughts are it's just gonna continue to happen. That there's gonna be these AI artists. It's just going to happen. Like either you, they're like the robots, Joe, at CES. It's just gonna happen. You're gonna see more and more of it. Like either you fucking get on board or you're like, get off my lawn, kids.
Okay.
You know, it's just
No.
it's just a matter of
So
it's the way things go.
I have I have no stake in this. I don't make music or anything like that. So I disagree. I freaking hate. The reason I don't like it is because I think it sucks. I'm not threatened by it. I think it freaking sucks. Every time I've heard anything that's AI, it like music wise, it sucks. Why? Because I listen to music because I want somebody who has a perspective that's not the average. If I just want average, freaking go listen to then maybe that's what you like. Maybe if you like average, then listen to some AI music because that's exactly what it is. Just melt everything together, boom, 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 and then put it back into something kind of cohesive. That's what you get.
But I people, and the majority of people are what? They're average.
Well, maybe
they're average, right?
Maybe I'm saying I speak for myself, right? Only, and maybe somebody else can relate to this. But if I want to watch a movie or anything artistic, it's because I want to see somebody's perspective that is outside or beyond average. Maybe it's not even better. Maybe it's just weirder. Right. Maybe it's just I want to think outside of the box when it comes to that stuff. And so that's one part.
Yeah.
One part is this is never going to go beyond because it's not doing stuff creatively. It's just taking from what's already in existence. Right. But I want to hear some perspectives that are
from like left field
of the norm. Okay. Yeah. So that's part one of this. And then the next part is what was I gonna say? So part of it is that it's not original. What was my second part?
I don't know.
Oh, I remember. So let's say if something that's common, you know, you listen to some R&B, they're talking about like it's like, you know, it's like love songs kind of, right? When's the last time you talked to AI? I use AI a lot for certain things, you know, technical stuff. When have you ever felt that AI was like, oh, I feel a connection. I feel like AI cares about me. Oh, I feel like they understand me. Of course not. Do you ever get that sort of connection? Like, oh, I know exactly what AI is talking about.
No, I mean, no, it's not like no.
Versus if let's say an artist comes up with a line, and you're like, that one line, I totally get exactly like however they felt. I know exactly what that's like. Like I can relate to that. Have you ever felt like that? You think AI could ever do anything like that?
I mean, there was one song that was like totally like blowing.
Oh, it made you feel a certain way?
Yeah.
Really?
I was like, oh, this is fucking awesome. I'm like, dude, I was bumping into everywhere. I was posting about this song. Like,
you feel a connection from the things that it said.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, I mean, and then everybody was just like, who's the singer? Who's the singer? Because it just had some guy like named Haven as like the artist. And then the next thing you know, like someone's like, is that Aluna George? Is that Aluna George? And then she comments like, no, that's not me. You know, and then because it sounds like her. So they already thought it was like her.
What's up, Acoustics?
Yo, what up?
What about all of AI content creators now on YouTube for look, I feel zero threat from any of those. Those like I don't even think it's close. You know, sometimes I'll watch something by accident, like I'll be like, and they'll say something incorrect. mispronounce something, I'll be like, oh, garbage. But I'm already thinking is garbage. Like, this is not useful in any way. It's garbage. So look, I was one of the biggest proponents of AI. I think it's extremely useful. I think people do not know how to use it properly. I
Mm-hmm.
think people don't know how to use it to the best of the
Its ability.
of its ability. I think what people should use it for is to prompt them to do something more creative. It should be a prompt, it should be a tool for you to do something more creative yourself. You shouldn't rely on that thing, a freaking computer, to be creative. That doesn't make any sense. Have it push you. It's kind of like you would, you're doing personal training for a while. It's like programming your own personal trainer to tell you to go and work out. That's the way I would use it. Not to try to tell, hey, go lift some weights for me. And then hopefully I'll get in shape. That's not how it works. It's a tool to help you as a human being do something better. That is the way I think that AI is best used. But too many people are trying to use it to be creative. I'm like, you know how uncreative that thing is? It is very uncreative. And especially what ends up happening is now all the lazy people who are trying to use this AI to do creative stuff, now all their stuff looks the same. All their thumbnails look the same. It's like lazy, 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 lazy,
Hey,
lazy,
I use the
lazy.
AI thumbnail.
I don't care. I'm telling the truth. I'm telling my truth. And so what I think is going to happen is people are going to really like the ones where it was obviously made by a human. So AI better get better. It has to get to the point where I
Get
can't
better.
tell it's AI because every time it's so easy to tell.
What
So
do you call
yeah,
it here? Paul brought up a great point. Connecting to a song or art is generally about current times and situations. Maybe the current generation relates more to AI in general. That could be it. You know, Joe's like, nah. He's like, nah, I don't like that. Uh,
I don't know. I just don't. I don't see it happening. It's just there's a disconnect. It's a people. I think people don't understand because they're talking to it. It feels like a human thing. It feels kind of like
and
it's not human.
when
It's
I
just
said
you're just
Chat
putting.
GPT, when I said Chat GPT to like a female voice and stuff like that, to like it's weird. It's weird. It's just like, well, if you need anything, oh my god, that's such a great idea. You can totally do this. I'm like, why are you? I'm like,
Then they pause. They pause it. And like stop with ums. You don't have to try to pretend to be a human. And you ever have that? Do you see the I don't know if you have it on your phone, but Google has this thing where it'll read you like a summary of all the news articles and it'll make it into like a podcast where like they'll talk about things like, oh yeah, and by the way, did you hear about this? Oh yeah, that's interesting. And they try to make it very conversational. It sounds so stupid.
you know what? I'm gonna make an AI character out of Joe and be like, AI is stupid. Stop it with your lazy shit. Come on. I'm gonna have Hey Jen model you after like a bunch of your videos and be like, this is Joe and Tell.
Hey,
AI sucks.
I was just
What is it? What is
like, look, and, and, look at how natural I am. Do you see my hand movements? Just to let you know that I'm a human. Get out of here with that garbage.
I'd rather have Chana DJ at my party than an AI DJ. Well, yeah, obviously, because the AI DJ can't like jump up and down and get you all hyped, and you're not going to get hyped by looking at the DJ that's not there. Oddly enough, have you heard about this rent a human thing?
What the hell are you talking about, bro?
Rent a human. So, like, here's the thing about the AI, right? They're all robots.
Okay.
So they can't do anything in the real world. So here you go. AI needs your body. AI can't touch grass. You can. Get paid when AI agents need something in the real world. This is real, bro. This
Oh,
is real. Look at this.
yeah.
$1,000 an hour this girl's charging. What? What is happening?
So
Uh,
basically, you need this to like help you communicate with other human beings.
no, no,
I
no, no,
need,
no, no.
I need
So,
to ask
so like,
AI. So it's a human asking for AI to do something.
no, this is AI asking for humans to do something.
Yeah, but AI doesn't is not doing it on its own. Somebody has to ask the AI to do something. And now,
No, 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 no. When with like AI agents like have like a thing, right? So like you remember my friend Gore who walked in at the podcast and he was like,
yeah,
"Oh, these two are the kings." Remember him?
hmm
So, um,
that chick looks like AI right there. That's not even a real lady right there. She's AI. Okay.
services.
Anyway.
So, so basically, what happened was he's you know talking. He went on the platform and he's filling out some questions. Da 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 da. Da. He mentions that he's going to be in San Francisco
hmm
in like March.
hmm
So then the AI says, "Hey, I will give you $150 to deliver a bouquet of flowers to the receptionist at Anthropic." If you guys don't know who Anthropic is, it's the people who make like Claude, which is like a
Okay.
AI like ChatGPT or whatever. Um, and so they paid him like beforehand. He's like, dude, they prepaid me. He's like, I just got paid by a robot. I'm like, what are you talking about? He's like, on Rent a Human. Rent a Human.
I know,
Uh,
but who asked it? Who prompted to do something?
it's an AI agent, so it thinks on its own.
What are we talking about, bro? What the hell are we talking about?
We're talking about
What are you even
robots
saying over here?
that need something done,
No
and
robot needs
they hire
anything.
the human to go
No,
do
that's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. Nothing even works like that. What are you even saying? Hey, is this guy even making sense? This guy's not. Where is it? This guy's not making any sense.
go to rentahuman.ai and figure it out by yourself, dude. Like it's
And and how are you getting paid? Who's paying you?
oh they pay via
Robots pay.
cryptocurrency. Yeah, they pay
The
in
robots
cryptocurrency.
pay you.
In crypto, yeah.
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 Next thing it'll be like instead of like a data mining, it'll be like a bunch of people like all digging. What are you guys doing? Oh, the
We're
robots are
mining.
paying me. Mine. We're really mining though for like real gold. The
Yo, did
robot said
you
so.
ever deliver those flowers? I'm gonna see,
That's
I'm gonna
stupid.
see what's happening. And then the AI said, "Look, I'll give you a bonus if you take a selfie with the lady after giving the flowers." I was just like, "Oh shit, what the fuck?"
Oh, that doesn't make any sense. Next thing you're gonna be like, you'll be like those eggs in the Matrix. Be like, wake up, damn robots. Doesn't make any sense.
Oh, we got to start talking about AI more in the chat, and then Joe will get more angry.
It doesn't make any sense. Cloud base equals slow. Okay, we're gonna go through some of the starred comments. Yes, IoT is
Dude,
going to
that's from
matter.
last stream, dude.
Oh, these are last stream. Okay,
Look at the time on those.
what the heck? Where's the new ones?
At the
Hold on.
bottom.
Oh yeah, these are old. Home is in. Okay, you already said that one. Uh, okay, here. When is Chana going to try out art with his towers and do some A/B testing in his setup? When the robots tell him to do it,
When the robots pay me.
they're gonna pay him.
Oh, I don't know, Big Jack. I gotta figure that out. I'm still auditioning this Lingdorf processor after like a year. That thing was sitting in a box for like a year, dude. I felt so bad. But ChatGPT has been getting close on REW calibration. Uh-oh. Uh-oh,
Oh no! Oh, is it gonna take my job? Oh my god! Oh no! I was gonna do remote calibrations, or maybe ChatGPT is gonna hire me to remote log in
Calibrate
and
for
help you out
somebody.
with your stuff. I'm not gonna do anything. I'm just gonna listen to the prompts.
Yeah.
Okay. Up 3 dB. Uh-huh. Up. Okay. Down 6. Okay, got it. There you go, sir. Your system is tuned. Saul, I don't know you. First time I see you here. Welcome. But I hate it when people use AI to do calibration stuff because it's so freaking wrong, like more than 50% of the time. That's pretty bad. It's not like it's right, 95% of the time. No, it's like half wrong. And the problem is the only people who know that it's wrong are the people who actually know. The people who are using it because they don't know, they'll never know that it's incorrect. They just don't, because they don't know the answer. That's why they're asking ChatGPT. But if I've asked ChatGPT questions that I know the answer to, it's like, that's freaking wrong. So I'm worried for people who don't know the answer. They ask it, gives them the wrong answer. And how do I know this? Because I'll ask it questions about my app. I know how my app works. I know exactly the details about how it works, and it'll get stuff so wrong. Like, that is absolutely not how this works. That's totally incorrect. So if you like that, that gamble, it may give you the right answer. Might as well just try your own. Might as well guess at that point. If it's like 50% right.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like it. I don't like it when people use AI. Talk to you later.
Hey, look. Real task, real humans. Here's what people hire humans for on Rent to Human. Package pickups and deliveries.
Hey, sign up next time. Let's sign up and let's do one, and let's see. Let's get paid.
Photos and on-site verification. Send a human to take photos of a property, verify a location, or document something in person.
Bro, are you telling me that there's not a person behind that needs that information?
Yeah, I don't know, dude.
There's totally a human behind that needs the info.
Browse humans, request the task, or message directly. Human does the thing, and you pay securely. Look at this FAQ. Is this real?
Not like TaskRabbit.
Is this real?
What was that? The thing? TaskRabbit, is that a real thing?
Yeah, it's kind of the same thing, right?
How is this not that? Except instead of talking to a person directly, they're like, nah, I'm too scared to talk to people. I'll talk to the AI, and then the AI will ask.
Yeah. Can my AI agent hire humans? Yes. Rent to Human is a live marketplace with 500,000 plus registered humans. That sounds so weird. Across 100 plus countries. Tasks are completed every day. How do I hire someone? Browse humans by skill and location, then either message them directly or post a task bounty. Humans apply, you pick the best fit, and work begins. Oh, we have to compete between the other humans, Joe. Like Lloyd Spencer. Like, what the fuck?
Oh my god. ChatGPT is gonna train on Joe's software and make it irrelevant. Yeah, it's gonna get it like 50% right and 50% wrong. So good luck. Yeah, like all those lawyers who got fake case law from AI and then got in trouble because the judge knew it was BS. Yeah, I was kind of going hard about this because I've said it in multiple Facebook groups. I'm on a Dirac Facebook group. People are like, hey, AI gave me some pretty good results. Bro.
So where's the face? Look at his face, bro.
It's wrong like half the time. So whether it's good or not, now we can't even verify. So I do calibrations for people. I can't even verify if that's good or not. Why? Here's my hang up with it is that person who spent hours working with AI now thinks they have a very good calibration, and I don't feel like talking them out of it. They think they got a good calibration. I don't feel like being the guy like, actually, it's probably not good. So no, nobody wants that. right? So it's harder to undo it versus if somebody just came to me and said, "Look, I don't know what to do. Can you help me?" Then you'd get knowledgeable people who can possibly help you.
Mhm.
But the problem is you don't know the quality of the sources that you're getting. What are the sources? What are the sources? It's not like you're saying this guy's reliable, this guy doesn't know what he's talking about. It's taken from all of them and giving you information. Yeah. Go ask Saul, go ask ChatGPT what is the proper target curve to use. And if Harman target is the correct target, and tell me what it says. That's a simple one. Tell me what it says. Copy and paste it right here after you're done. There you go. There's a task for a human from another human. We get paid, but yeah, the money's not going to be. None of these people watch those last two Mission Impossible movies. AI is the devil. Oh man. Okay. The audio rookie. How did you learn how to calibrate? How did I learn how to calibrate?
Yeah,
that's a very good question.
Yeah. He learned from AI.
Yeah. How did I learn how to calibrate?
Did you see the AI car wash question?
How do you learn how to do anything? You start from the basics. You build from what's known to be true, and you build up from that.
Mm-hmm.
I saw supposedly that Grok is going to have something that it seeks more for truth telling, like stuff that's true versus what's like culturally like the known thing. You know what I mean? Like it's popular, like a popular opinion versus like what's factually true.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of things are popular opinion that are false.
Mm.
So what do you do? Do you want the popular opinion or do you want the truth?
Want the truth?
I don't know. I want the truth. You can't
handle the truth.
Yeah. So how did I learn how to calibrate? You just many years, time, trial and error, making mistakes. You know, and the problem with AI is it says stuff so confidently, and it can be so wrong and give you such a confident answer. That's like the worst teacher ever. Imagine having a teacher that's like so confident and absolutely telling you the wrong things. You know, what a horrible teacher, because you feel like you're learning. You're taking it all in. You're like, oh yeah, implementing stuff that's all incorrect. Crazy.
Mm. Yeah.
Sometimes it's better to just go to the original sources where the AI is trying to pull from. Go to the original source and read the original source. What is the AI car wash question? What is that? Look at the AI. Did you see the AI car wash question? What was that?
I don't know.
So like most teachers know. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, there are some bad teachers. No.
Just remember, if you ask AI about audio stuff, it'll pull from Audioholics too, and won't know how to do edibles first.
Yeah. That's why when people ask about like my reviews, am I considered an expert? I don't know. Sometimes I tell people, why would you trust me? That's a good question. Why would you trust me? Why should you trust me? I don't have a fancy degree saying that I'm super knowledgeable. Why would you trust me? I'm just a dude. Yeah. But I think what you'll find is you talk to the people who are knowledgeable, and the stuff that I say aligns with what they say. You know, there are a few things that we may disagree on, and that's okay. I'm open to that conversation. I'm open to disagreeing. I welcome it.
Joe loves to disagree.
I don't mind being wrong. You know, I don't mind even being wrong in public and being put on blast. Like, you know what? You're actually wrong. Okay. All right. Well, from right now on, I'm not wrong. I'll take that new stance, and now I'm not wrong. So what? Easy. Uh, what else? This is why I don't stream music anymore. It's strictly live bands in my living room for me now. Okay. Scruff Kingman says someone asked AI if they live 40 yards from the car wash, should I drive or walk over there?
40 yards from the car wash. What did AI say?
Does it still give you a funny answer? Look it up. What is the AI car wash question? Large so just walk and save gas and get exercise.
What does it say?
Oh,
Save gas and get exercise?
yeah. The AI car wash question is a viral prompt. I want to wash my car. The car wash is nearby. Should I drive there or walk? It exposes a fundamental weakness in large language models, which is all AI really is. As many AI systems incorrectly suggest walking to save gas or get exercise, failing to realize the car needs to be physically present
to be washed. Yeah.
Just stuff like that. It just, people need to understand. So this is what I'm talking about. Building blocks. What is AI? It's a large language model. It puts words together. And the way I like to think about it is it's good at doing they call it like inference. What's the best guesstimate? It's always doing guesstimates. Remember a guesstimate? Like an educated guess. Remember those?
Oh, an educated guess, yes.
Like you're trying to just guess. You don't really know the answer, but like generally, I think this is a good guess. A bunch of good guesses. So the answer you get sounds logical. It sounds like it makes some sense. Yeah. Doesn't mean it's right though.
It's a good guess.
Being right and being sounding right. There's a big difference. So people need to remember that. That's the lesson for today. Large language model. AI is a large language model. It does good guesstimates, educated guesses, but an educated guess is not the same as the correct answer.
You know what's funny, dude? Have you heard about this whole Mac Mini stuff?
No. You mean using it for AI?
Yeah, like you give AI its own computer and it does all these tasks, these big projects for you. So the AI can, has a computer to work on. You give it a credit card, you give it this and that. This one guy was like having his AI agent, it's called Claude Bot, like by a company called OpenClaw. And so they're given access to all this stuff. And some guy was like, I need you to run ads for my product, Facebook and Instagram. And all of a sudden, like overnight, there was like a $3,000 charge to his credit card. He's like, he's just typing via Telegram to communicate with his AI agent. He's like, so anything crazy happened last night? And he's like, and then the AI comes back, what can you define crazy? There was like a $2,700 charge to my credit card. He's like, oh, I needed to learn how to run ads, so I bought Alex Hormozzi's course on to learn how to do it.
Oh, I don't know why. I was talking to Scott, and he was telling me how he uses Claude to automate a lot of stuff in his home instead of programming stuff to automate it. He'll tell Claude exactly what he wants. He says it'll read through manuals and then program stuff automatically, and it'll just figure out how to do it and do the automation. I don't feel bad about that. I don't know, for some reason, when it comes to technology, it's less subjective. Like if you need to do something and it's all in the manual, then there's a set known way to do it. There's not many opinions about how to do it. You look at the manual and then this tells you what is the known way to do it. Kind of like it's more mathematical. Like I feel like I trust AI more when it comes to math stuff because there's a set
there's a right and a wrong.
There's a set model for how that works. But when you talk about audio and you're talking about an artistic thing where there's no set model. If there was a set model on how to make a great song, if there was like a way to do it, you do this, then this, there's a procedure.
Yeah.
Then you probably wouldn't have any original music. Because the art is a different procedure. The art is in doing stuff a different way. And when we're talking about subjective listening and things like that, I think that maybe one day it'll know enough about audio and psychoacoustics to give you good answers. The problem is there's too much stupid information out. There's too much dumb information and misinformation out that it's pulling from bad information. So the moment it can decipher this is stupid, dumb information, this is good, reliable information, I'm going to only pull from reliable information, then you're going to get something more useful. Like we're talking about Notebook LM, and that's different in that you're feeding it the sources that you want, and then you say create something from the sources, just these sources. That's it. Don't pull from any weird, some forum where some guys are just going in there with their opinions. You give it known sources, and then it can come up with stuff that's pretty good. It can do stuff like that. Anyway, why this is supposed to be about home theater or all about AI? What else is new in home theater anyway? Is there anything new?
Anything? Bigger subwoofers, brighter projectors, same shit.
Projector,
spatial audio calibration toolkit.
Yep. Toolkit. Anything you guys want to know before we go? An hour and a half. We talk mostly about AI. Nothing. See, you guys already know. We already given you
just like you like to see me like diss on something or hate on something. I love it when you hate on AI, dude. It's so funny,
bro. I hate it.
You're like, that was so funny.
If you want to know who's really like truly lazy, just look at all the AI stuff. Whoever's doing all kinds of AI stuff, that person does not want to do work. They want shortcuts. They want shortcuts to do stuff. Even look, I know a lot of people use AI for emailing. I never would want to use AI for email. Why? Because I want the email to sound exactly like I want it to sound. That's it. I want it to sound like I want it to sound like me. I don't want it to sound like AI. That's the difference. I know exactly what I want to say. Why would I have to ask something to tell me how to say something I already want to say? I should know how to say it. The heck is that? I don't get it. Unless people don't know how to talk.
Well, there is that.
I think what happens is they're like, oh, am I being proper? Am I being politically correct? Let me say, how do I say this in the nicest way possible? Man, stop all that. Just say it how you're going to say it. Stop being
a moron.
Let me ask AI, what's the proper way to approach? What should I say on my podcast? Stupid. Anyway, let's get out of here. Stop using AI for stupid things, guys. Use it. If you don't know about something, go do some research.
Yeah.
Go do a little bit of research. We can argue about this a little more next time. I'm sure there are a lot of people who use it in the exact ways that I said are stupid. I know that. I know that that's the truth.
Let's see. All right. When can we see Chana twerking in that video? You're ridiculous, bro.
Hold on. Let's see here. For example, what is this? What is the question here?
Do we raise the support low frequency limit to protect our speakers? Or should we lower the amount of supports? Or both?
Hold on.
Oh, thanks, Chris Contreras. Oh, we appreciate you, man.
Should we raise the support low frequency limit to protect our speaker? Hold on. I'm gonna ask AI right now. Let's see what it says. Hold on, I'll add the rest. Or should we lower the amount of supports? Or both? Okay, here. Here. No need to ask me.
What does it say?
Let me do this. Share. Okay. The answer to your question, according to Gemini, is to protect speakers in active room treatment, you should raise the support low frequency limit, F support low, to match a speaker's natural roll off while reducing the amount of support, making the dB closer to 0. Example, minus 6 dB reduces workload. Hold on a second. Raising the frequency is limit is more effective for preventing over excursion. Okay. All right. Let's see. Raise key recommendations for speaker protection. Raise F support low, manually drag the low frequency limit upward for smaller speakers to avoid feeding them deep bass. A safe conservative approach is often around 70 to 80 hertz, or the speaker is rated minus 3 dB point. Okay, so far nothing too wrong here. Reduce the support level, less aggressive. Change the support level from the default off in minus 18. Correct. To a higher number, less support, such as minus 6 or minus 12. This reduces how heavily the speaker is used to cancel other speakers' resonance. A little starting to get a little bit incorrect there. That's not exactly how it works. Do both for small speakers. For small sensitive speakers like heights, raise the low frequency limit and reduce the support level set to minus 6 dB to ensure they're not overdriven. If subwoofers are significantly different in performance, set them to different support groups. Okay, so none of this is very wrong. Let's see. So it's coming from Dirac, my video, from Joe and Tell, and Dirac Help Center. Okay.
Wow. Look at that.
Oh, look. So it's using my video. So my point is, so here's my point. I had to provide the information. Yeah. I'm providing the information that's useful to AI to give you good information. So, but the problem is some of these other sources are Reddit. Dirac's Help Center, good source. Audio Science Review, maybe a good source. Maybe. It's just a forum. Could be a bunch of people who don't know too. Mine, well, I had the guy from Dirac answering questions, so I think that's a reliable source. Again, Dirac Help Center, I think that's a reliable source. It's just these other ones dilute it, so then you start getting information that starts getting a little bit less reliable. So if I say, what does support level actually do? What does support level actually do? Controls how much work or algorithm allows a speaker group to contribute towards correcting another group. Okay. Think of it as a priority slider rather than a simple volume knob. It determines the degree of liberty given to the algorithm to use that speaker for anti-phase. That's wrong. Anti-phase correction and impulse response optimization. No, that's not true. It doesn't. I asked them specifically if they use, if they do cancellation. They're like, no, it's more like Lego pieces. They use good parts of certain speakers. load balancing. By adjusting these levels, you balance the workload across your system. You can bias the. It's kind of right, but also kind of wrong. Like I was saying earlier. Yeah. Joe Max says, "Show me where it cancels other speakers." By the way, thank you, Audiophile Rookie, for the super sticker. Appreciate that very much. Audio Rookie, thank you.
And Tappers,
thank you for the super chat. But yeah, show me where it cancels other speakers. So this is the problem. We have measurements that give us a good idea of what it's doing. Where's the cancellation? People they thought that that's how it worked. So you're going to get that answer because other people thought that that's how it works. See? Yeah, no anti-phase correction. That's untrue.
Asked it to only pull from Dirac documentation.
Yeah. I'll just say it like this. Are you sure it does anti-phase cancellation?
Correction.
Yes. Anti-phase cancellation. Where does Dirac say that quickly? Where does Dirac say that? Generating anti-phase sound or cancellations. Broader terms like optimizing the phase relationship. Dirac's technical documentation, official reviews are more explicit. Dirac states that the system configures speaker to generate cancellation signals. Really? Where?
It would be funny if it goes to your videos to.
I'll just say sometimes you argue with it. No, it doesn't. Doesn't.
You're like, you're right, it doesn't.
That's what people speculated. But oh, okay, so I like it. So because it's looking at this one. Co-optimization or collaboration. That's different. Co-optimization is different than phase cancellation. Actively counteract by having support. All speakers actively cancel out unwanted wave. Let's see, where is it saying these though? So Dirac, okay. So we'll see. We'll see who's correct about that. That's exactly what I'm talking about, though. Is if you're relying on this, it's super confident. It's so confident that that's how it works. Is it? Is that true though? Is that how it works? That's the question.
Oh, I don't know.
From the measurements that we've seen from third parties, it doesn't look like that's what it's doing. Let's see here. Yeah, see, Joe Max said it got that info from AVS. Should I raise the sub level or trim? It's going to ask if Joe watched his own video. It's a problem. It draws from sources that it can't possibly vet for the truth. So truth is amalgam of actual truth and other nonsense. Yeah, and so to answer the original question, it kind of gave you good information, which is to primarily, according to the guy at Dirac, Josh said, first use the F support low and adjust that. Right? If you're getting too much bass come from a speaker, use that first. And the other one is actually the support level is more about how precise the filters are. So if a correction needs like very precise peaks and dips, that's what that adjusts. It can either be more general in its fixes, or it could be very specific. But if you try to do something very specific, that could mean that your speaker is being boosted in a very small region, versus if it's more smooth, it's like, don't boost so much. It's kind of like, just kind of help out a little bit. So That's really how that works. So yeah, use a little bit of both, but only if the F support load doesn't work. Don't just automatically start messing with support level just because. What else? We got to get out of here soon. I had an issue where wipeout calibration first, and it required me to use the thorough selection.
Through
Selection after my Divinity DSP calibration doesn't make sense. Okay, what made you do that? Chat GPT. AI did.
AI.
Yeah, Joe Max says it only if it cancel means it uses filters to remove from the source. All right, let's get out of here. I had enough to say about all that. Yeah, I would say in this case, Gemini was about 85% right. It's pretty good. 85% correct.
All right. On that note,
but without my video, it would have been
like 50% correct. Good thing you had Joe's video there.
All right.
All right, everybody. Thank you guys for hanging out. If you want to be part of the after show, make sure you sign up at crew.dailyhifi.com. Don't forget to follow our Instagram accounts, Instagram at Spatial Group and Instagram at Magic Beans Audio to know all about our sales. On behalf of myself, Mr. Joe and Tell. Whoa, what is that?
Oh, this is a super chat, or not super chat, question we forgot to answer.
Okay, what is it? Let's do it.
You want to do it real quick? All right.
Running 414. Bunch of Kev speakers. Is Onkyo RZ30 enough to run bed layer at 50 to 60 hertz crossover power-wise? Using Dirac, bass control, Magic Beans, True Target, love your work.
4.1.4, LS50 metas, Q4 metas, 300 SE, average 75 dB. I mean, I don't know how much power the RZ30 has.
It's okay. It's a I bet you can run it, but if you had an external power amplifier, it'd probably be better. That's what you'll have room.
I mean, let's just do it in a simple way. Okay, so play, set your crossovers where you have them set, turn off your sub, play something really loud, play some movies or some content really loud. Does it sound like it's compressing? Does it sound like the amp is giving up before the speakers are giving up? Because most likely, speakers are probably more likely to give up first rather than the amp, especially when it's crossed over. There are cases where the amp gives up first, and you'll hear it because it just sounds like it's...
Well, I think what he wants to do is run the crossover lower. Instead of 80 hertz, run it at 50 hertz.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Run it at 50 to 60 hertz, turn off all the subs, and listen to something real loud. And does it sound bad? Does it
real loud with like all speakers playing, like all channel stereo?
Yeah, play some loud content. Because you remember in car audio, there are cheap amps that with fake wattage. And when you hear them, you're like, that just sounds uncontrolled.
This is not 900 watts I was promised.
Yeah, it sounds like flabby. The bass doesn't sound controlled.
Flabby.
It doesn't. I don't know. I guess you'd have to know what distortion sounds like that's coming from an underpowered amp. How does that? Do you know how that sounds? What does an underpowered amp sound like? That's a good place to start. What does it sound like if your speakers are underpowered?
Sounds like there's not a lot of volume. If you got the volume cranked and there's nothing coming out. And then when you crank it even more, you start hearing distortion. The distortion that wasn't already there in the recording.
Yeah, and where would you hear the distortion though?
In the highs, probably.
I think it's more like the bass is distorting, which is causing the mid-range to sound crappy, which is causes the higher frequencies to sound crappy. So everything ends up sounding crappy because the bass, which is kind of what you're talking about. The higher your crossover point, the less the bass is going to be an issue.
Yeah.
The lower, so it's always the bass. The bass is what takes all the power.
That's the
when
problem.
You look at how much your mid-range and your tweeter take up, it's like
20 watts.
It's always the the bass is causing it's robbing the rest of the frequencies.
Right. Yeah.
Either that, or if it's not robbing the rest of the frequencies of power, which probably is not. Is actually what's probably happening is muddy bass masks the higher frequencies, which leads to the rest of it sounding crappy. Right? It's like you can't hear the clarity of the rest of it when your bass is sounding like all garbage. So that's it. That's an easy test. Play it loud and see what it sounds like. If it sounds like, man, that's loud enough to, I never want to hear it that loud ever again, then you're good. That's it. Anyway, all right, now let's get out of here.
All right, everybody. Thank you guys for hanging out. Make sure you go and sign up to Daily Hi-Fi, crew.dailyhifi.com, and we'll see you in the next live stream.
Yeah. See ya.